Okay, welcome to the Better Each Day Masterclass program. This is actually the launch program, so this is the first 30-minute segment. And so we'll be together here focused on prepping the objective. So I want to welcome each one of you to the first section of the masterclass. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on time. This will happen every week at the same time, at the same place, at the same link. So once you get used to how this program works, I'll post it again here in the chat for those that are just coming on. That way you can download this PDF and you will have all the links as well as the documents, the PDFs. There'll also be some video summaries, there's playlists, everything in here to help support you in the masterclass is all going to be in this one document, okay? On the second page, I put this in here simply because some of you are also part of my referral program that has to do with my financial consulting firm that focuses on helping people with mortgage. If you're not interested in that and that's not for you, no problem. It's just in my list of things to do today. So I'm doing 2 hours at 30-minute sprints here. So the last segment after we do the 90 minutes, I work with all the referral partners. So that's just on the same program because a lot of you are crossovers. So you're in the masterclass and you're also part of my referral program. So I try to make it simple for me so I don't lose my mind. Okay, so hopefully I've outlined everything for you. So here's what we want to do. First thing first is I want to explain why this works, okay? Why does gratitude work? And we're gonna play something from Sean Acor. It's about 12 minutes. I'm gonna let you watch that. I'm gonna let him explain it because he's the one with a PhD in divinity from Harvard that discovered what's called, and what he wrote about 10 years ago called the happiness advantage. But basically when you join together in a group and you start off with gratitude, focusing on one thing that you're grateful for, it increases your performance in that meeting alone, not just the rest of the day, but 31% increase in performance. So how many of you would like to have 31% increase in your performance? Yes or no? Hey, I would. If I can bump my performance at 2 or 3 or 5%, but 31%, that's outstanding. So here's what we're going to do. First things first, some of you have been part of the Monday program, which is identical to this one. I just added this into the masterclass for those that can't be on the Monday program. So what we'll start off with is everyone can just turn yourself off mute and we're going to do a roundtable. And I'm going to start off. We do 30 seconds. That's what our focus is. Who are you? Where are you from? And what is something that you're grateful for? And you're saying, Steve, I don't know which one. Okay, we want to make it simple. What are you grateful for? Number one, in your life. Number two, maybe in your business. Or you could, number three, grateful for something about yourself that you've noticed. You can choose any one of those 3 categories, okay? So I'll jump off here. My name is Steve Moreland. I'm from Bend, Oregon in the United States, and I'm grateful for being able to be part of your lives. I am grateful that this has come about over time where you have asked for me to be able to put together this masterclass that 40,000 people have downloaded, and you wanted to do a live interactive program. I've been busy. I've made excuses. I'm sorry. I'm here to make up for that. So we are going to do this together. And you know, when you have something that's very important to you, sometimes what you have to do is just jump and everything else will take care of itself. So I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being part of my life. Who else? Jump in here and tell us what you're grateful for.
You learn, I guess.
Jump in. Come on, David.
Dave Minshall. I'm from, well, New Hampshire. I just moved back from Kodiak Island in Alaska. Grateful for this group for sure, because I'm looking for that thing that's gonna flip the switch to do what I'm supposed to do, and grateful for family.
Absolutely. Thank you, David. Who's next? Just jump in here.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm from originally Montreal, Canada. I'm in Virginia Beach. Very grateful for this group because my tendencies of having trouble letting go a habit of procrastination, which, you know, I'm 51 now. I really want to get the next 30 years in high gears. I want to retire fast. And now it catches up, you know, you're like, wow, I want to work until 85. I want to do another 10 full years and be done with it.
Sure. And
help people. I'm a health practitioner, and I just want to really give all I can for everyone that deserves it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Francois. Linda, you next.
Hi, yeah, I'm Linda Barrett from East Haven, Connecticut, in the middle of a nor'easter. So I'm, first of all, very grateful that I'm warm and safe today. and also certainly grateful for Steve and this wonderful family that I've been a part of for now quite a while. And just love that you're expanding it and moving on and helping us even more. Thank you, Steve.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda, and glad everything's doing well there. Who's next? Just take yourself off mute, jump in, and tell us your name, where you're from, and what you're grateful for. I know Nisa is on audio only, so she's doing something right now. Norvell, can you jump in here, my friend?
Yes, good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you for being
Great.
here.
I'm Norvell Drawn. I'm grateful for being 81 years of age. I heard that gentleman saying he's 51. Well, I'm 81, and I'm still skydiving, snowboarding every week, and roller skating. And I'm so grateful that I have no aches and pains, and I'm blessed and highly favored
Absolutely.
through the universe. And it's a pleasure to be hanging out with Steve so that I can get on with all the things that I need to do this year.
Norvell, you know, we've been friends for years now, and I love it when he'll send something to my phone where he's getting ready to jump out. And I think it was 3 generations, yourself, your son, and your grandson. I think y'all all jumped out of a plane at the same time.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Birthday.
Absolutely. What a birthday present. How cool. And the thing is I'm envious because you can snowboard and I can't. So I got to figure out how to up my game. So thank you, my friend. Awesome. Awesome. Nisa, can you jump in here with us?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much. First of all, I am so grateful for this, and thank you for doing this for us, to making us better, Steve. And I'm also grateful for Noel, because you made me smile. Because I want to be jumping out of planes when I'm 81.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
So,
awesome. Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
awesome
very
when we get someone to
grateful for
reset the standard for us, right?
Yeah, I'm really grateful for this group, because you always get something from someone, whether it's Francois or David or Linda, or but Noel definitely brought the standard up, raised
Absolutely.
the bar, raised the
Sure.
bar.
Absolutely. All right. Who else wants to jump in here and tell us who you are and what you're grateful for?
Good morning, guys. My name is Christy Tabasola. I am hailing from Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Originally from Hawaii.
Okay.
The reason why I'm here is another story, but it's 5:30 a.m. I am grateful for friends that care. Thank you, David, for getting me up at 5:30 a.m.
Awesome.
to be with this great group. I appreciate your guys' energy and looking forward to learning. Thank you so much, and good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. So this is my first coffee here, Christy. So I'm having my first cup of coffee. It's 6:30 here or 6:50 now in Bend, Oregon. But I know you're a little bit in front of me or behind. You're even earlier out there in Alaska. So congratulations. And I know you're probably a little colder up there. You can see this is not something that a Texas boy is used to wearing, a turtleneck. Okay. So this is new. Okay. This is actually Christmas new. So Amy got me this for Christmas. It's cold here. It's like 13 degrees this morning. So it's awesome. Okay, let's see who else wants to jump in here. Jack, I think you were gonna jump in here next.
Yep. Good morning, everybody. My name is Jack Thomas, and I'm hailing from Amarillo, Texas. So with Steve there, I'm kind of like him. I've never snowboarded, but always wanted to try it.
Right.
So I'm just grateful. My power just came back on, so I'm gonna get my computer fired up so I can get on this meeting on my computer. But I'm just grateful for my family, my business, my what's been going on in my life, because it's been a real rocky road here for the last few years for us. And with you, Steve, and Matt, and everything that's going on, and my other business coaches that's helping me, it's turning around for us. And I'm just grateful for all the great support that you guys give us.
Outstanding. Thank you, my friend. And when I get a chance to talk to Jack and he says Amarillo, Texas, it always brings back the memory of the first time I went to Amarillo. And if you ever go to Amarillo, Texas, in the Panhandle, there is a steakhouse out there in the interstate called the Big Texan. And I think it's probably 50-foot, 70-foot tall Texan standing out next to the highway. And they have a steak there that I think Jack, tell me how many ounces that steak is. It's crazy.
It's 70.
70 ounces, monster. Okay, monster. If you can eat the whole thing, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. And they have pictures on the walls of people that have actually eaten it. And of course, a lot of people that tried and didn't make it. But anyway, that's the kind of Texas stuff. That's the Texas humor. So I just dropped a link here because we've had a great time talking about what this does from a performance standpoint. Is there anyone that needs to jump in? By the way, I saw Leah. Leah says she can't jump on, but she's in the UK and says, I'm grateful for this Zoom and for Steve. That I'm very helpful, and I'm also grateful for the flexibility my business has given me. It recently enabled me to relocate 170 miles away from home to give my family a better life. Wow, how cool is that? I know I've seen Leah as she's gone through and become a published author, and then her daughter became a published author. Wow, talk about a really cool thing, eh? And if you haven't seen that, it's in the Facebook. She's amazing, and your daughter is amazing. And I just see kind of those ripple effects of how one action, creates another action, and you see other people's lives change. Each of you have those amazing stories, and this one just brings back that one from Leah. And then I know that they sold their home, and now they've moved 117 miles across England to some other place to give her family a better life because she can actually do that because of her business. Amazing. Sounds fantastic. Thank you for sharing with that, Leah. And Bob, I see you there. Bob, jump in here, my friend.
Hi. Thank you so much, Steve. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of packing and moving. I got all the stuff going on in the background, but I'm so grateful to be allowed and invited by yourself to be part of this community. And even though I won't be 100% in, I'll be listening in, and I'll pay more attention. I'll do whatever I need to on the replay. But I'm just absolutely grateful to wake up and be surrounded by such a positive, like-minded community. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you, my friend. And no problem. I know we're all busy. We all press for time. Technology was supposed to make us and give us more flexibility, more time. And sometimes it feels like it added to us. I don't know why that worked that way, but here's the thing. I want to be sure that we support, and I support you with everything that I have. So if you look in the chat right now, grab the link that I just put in there. It's a YouTube video. Okay. And the YouTube video is a 12-minute presentation by Dr. Sean Achor from Harvard University. And he wrote 10 years ago, he wrote The Happiness Advantage. So when your time permits later in the day, grab that, click on it. What I always do is click watch later. And that's how I cue things for when I have the time and I watch all my videos all at the same time. If you're like me, that is going to be later today. So grab that, and that's going to give you an understanding of his research and how he stumbled onto this and how he has proven that starting off your meetings with gratitude increases your performance by 31%. And he has not just, theoretically postured this from Harvard. He actually went out into the corporate environment, including the banking industry, beginning all the way back in like 2008 and 9, when the whole world was going through the Great Recession. And he was actually going to large banking institutions. I believe at first it was in Europe. And if you've ever seen a group of unfun individuals, okay, it is European bankers. I used to be in the banking industry 20 plus years ago, and those guys don't smile ever. Okay, they can't find anything to be happy about unless interest rates or the market moves in their favor a half tick or something. Okay, and then they'll give just a little curl of the lip will go up. Okay, and if you can take this concept and impact those people's lives and have them have remarkable changes in major corporate institutions. Okay, I'm using that term specifically because that represents, businesses that have been around for 100 plus years. They're old, they're stodgy, they're old school. And when you can create a new mindset focused on gratefulness and how to be thankful and finding that inside of your mind, what that does for you, first and foremost, is it brings you mindfulness is about being present moment. Okay. So I want you to think about when you decided to jump on here a second ago and introduce yourself. And before you did that, you had to stop and think about what you were grateful for. In that moment, you experienced mindfulness. Mindfulness is a state that is not living in the past and it is not living in the future. Those are both false states built by our imagination. They actually do not exist because your past is a concoction of partial memories that are not actually perfectly true because they're coming only from your perspective. It is a re-remembering how your mind filtered events that happened at some time outside of your present moment, okay? So when we're reliving those, what we're not doing is being present. When we're using our imagination and we're thinking about things in the future, are those things usually good or are they usually false or fearful? They're usually full of fear. What is going to happen? Is the pandemic going to end? What's going to happen with the real estate bubble? What's going to happen with inflation? Is the marketplace with my retirement in it? Is the investment market's going to crash by 30 or 50% in the next year? All those things are fear. Fear is an acronym. Some people call it false evidence appearing real. What it is it's you playing imagination games of what might happen but experiencing the pain in the present moment. So you are taking life from yourself for an event that may not ever happen. Do you understand the ludicrousy of that? When you realize that, then you will start disciplining yourself to not spend as much of your consciousness playing these imaginative games about things that are scaring the bejesus out of you. Okay, does everybody get that? Okay, how many of us live in that fear? And when you catch yourself in the fear, catch yourself and realize, wait a minute, was I here or was I playing this imagination in my mind, like watching a movie of something that's fake, false, unreal? So when you focus on gratefulness and you ask another person to focus on gratefulness, the gift that you have given yourself and that other individual is that you have brought both of you to where? The present moment. And in that present moment, you get to do something which is really live. You're living present tense. You can breathe and you can be happy for that moment, thinking about something that you're grateful for. Does everybody understand that? Make sense? Okay, so this is a practice that we start here, and this is how we begin our masterclass, but this is something I want to challenge you to do every day. And as you continue to practice this at the beginning of every day, then you can take your practice in weeks in front of us. Where are we going to take it? We're going to take it not to just every day. We're going to take it to the beginning of every meeting. And then we're going to take it to the beginning of what? Every encounter. Every time you meet somebody, whether it's at the grocery store and you're checking out and you express something that you're grateful for, watch how the other person's countenance changes. First, shock, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And then smile. Wow. You express gratefulness for them doing what they normally think no one gives a damn about. And you express gratefulness, you express thankfulness, and watch how that changes their day. Now, create that ripple effect in the world. And who are you becoming? You're becoming that world, that person that you've always wanted to become, which is that person that has the ability to do what? To make our world better. And we do that by becoming what? Better each day. Cool? Wonderful? Outstanding. Okay. All right. So here's what we got to do. I'm going to jump off here because we're getting ready to go to the next one. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this link. I know it's already in your PDF, but you can jump off here and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to drop it in the link here, and then you can jump back on if your time permits you to be with us in the next Zoom. And I will see you in 30 seconds. Take care.